and welcome to Smaulgld's America the Beautiful Coin Sales Update. The U.S. Mint posts second best America the Beautiful coin sales in the coin's 7-year history. And Fort Moultrie, which we'll see in a minute, the fifth coin in the 2016 America the Beautiful coin series, is set for release. Now, America the Beautiful coin sales in 2016 have been the best in the coin's 7-year history other than 2011. Now, what are these coins? They are large 5-ounce silver coins produced by the U.S. Mint. They look like a quarter on the front with a picture of just like the George Washington quarters that you see in your change. But on the back, they have a series of different depictions of national parks and monuments. And every year since 2010, I think until 2022, the U.S. Mint will produce these coins featuring 5 different designs a year. So the U.S. Mint has sold 288,800 America the Beautiful 5-ounce coins so far this year, which equals 1,444,000 ounces of silver, which is the second largest amount of coins and second most amount of silver used. The largest annual sales of America Beautiful coins were 465,100 coins sold, equaling 2,325,500 ounces of silver, and that was in 2011. Now, in contrast, the U.S. Mint's other silver coin, the American Silver Eagle, has sold so far through November 21st, 2016, 37,121,500. And the record for American Silver Eagle coins is 47 million. So you can see there's a vast discrepancy between the amount of silver used to make American Silver Eagles and then the amount to use to make these America the Beautiful coins. If you're interested in American Silver Eagles, you can compare pricing and shipping at a number of top bullion dealers at Smaulgld.com. I'll also put a link down below the YouTube where you can order directly if you are interested in purchasing American Silver Eagle coins. If you are, you help the site out, you help Smaulgld out. I get a small commission on every sale. And also, if you do purchase through Smaulgld, you pay no more, no less than you would if you visited the sites directly. So hopefully it's a win-win situation for everyone, as long as it's not a recommendation. If you're interested in buying Silver Eagles or any other silver or gold bullion product, please do so through the site. And that's it on American Silver Eagles. Now, if you're not interested in America the Beautiful coins, you can drop off now and maybe go and get yourself some American Silver Eagles. But I want to go through the top coins this year, not the top coins, the 5 coins that the U.S. Mint released. The first 2 releases this year in the series were among the top 5 selling coins ever. And every year, the Mint releases a series of 5 America the Beautiful 5-ounce coins. And this year's coins were in order. The first one was the Shawnee National Forest, Cumberland Gap National Historic Park, then the Harpers Ferry's National Historic Park, then the Theodore Roosevelt National Park, and finally the Fort Moultrie Sumner National Monument. Now, that first coin that you see here, the Shawnee National Park, sold 105,000, which was the second most of any America the Beautiful coin in the coin's 7-year history. The Shawnee National Park is in southern Illinois, near Carbondale, Illinois. It's it's where the Ozark and Shawnee Hills meet. It's a nice area of the country. I haven't been there, but they've sold 105,000 of these coins. If you're interested in buying this coin, they're still available. You can click on the icon there and you can get it directly from JM Bullion. The second coin this year was the Cumberland Gap National Historic Park, and it sold 75,000, which was the 4th best seller in the coin's 7-year history. The Cumberland Gap is a wide area that opens up in the Appalachian Mountains, and it's considered the doorway to the west, and it's on the borders of Kentucky, Virginia, and Tennessee. And it's a very important area because if you look at a map, you'll see when the colonies were first set up, the first original colonies, they were all along the eastern seaboard, and they were separated from the rest of the United States by the Appalachian Mountain chain, which ran from up by Pennsylvania all the way down into Georgia. And settlers or colonists were prohibited from going across the Appalachian because the other side of the Appalachian Mountains belonged to France, and Thomas Jefferson hadn't purchased that until 1803. And also there were Indians, so French and Indians, they had fought a French and Indian war against the English. That's part of the reason why you had the Revolutionary War, because one of the things that the colonists said was they didn't want to have to pay so much for the protection that was provided by the British when they fought the French and Indian War. But in any event, the gap, the Cumberland Gap, is a way for the settlers who, once the West was opened up through the Louisiana Purchase and people wanted to head out there and see, maybe stake their claim for a better life out west, they went through the Cumberland Gap. If you're interested in that coin, you can also click on it and purchase it directly from JM Bullion. The third coin in the ATB series is the Harpers Ferry National Historic Park. That one only sold 36,800 this year. And for those of you who know your history, that is where John Brown had his uprising. The abolitionist, just prior to the beginning of the Civil War, is also the site of a famous Battle of Harper's Ferry led by Stonewall Jackson. I think he captured about 10, 15,000 Union forces. That's a historic site, and if you're interested in that coin, you can click on the picture and buy it directly from JM Bullion. I'm not going to put links to all these coins, excuse me, below the YouTube. I will put links to the coin sellers. You can find them, but I will put a direct link to the coin that's my favorite, and maybe you might be your favorite and you might buy it. We'll get to that one in a second. But the fourth coin in the America the Beautiful series this year is the Theodore Roosevelt National Park. It sold 41,200 so far. I'm not sure they're finished selling that one yet. It sold 6,000 today. But since the Fort Moultrie coin is out, they may stop selling this one. I'm not sure. But in any event, this one shows Theodore Roosevelt out in North Dakota. Now, this is before Teddy Roosevelt was president. He had visited North Dakota in 1883 and 1884. Basically, his wife and mother had died within a short period of time from each other, and he went out to North Dakota to seek solace in nature and hunt buffalo. And here you can see the picture of him here. He's not quite in the aggressive mood to charge up the San Juan Hill. He's in a more pensive mood with his horse, scanning out the surroundings of the North Dakota landscape. If you're interested in this coin, you can click here and you can buy it directly from JM Bullion. Now the fifth coin, this is my favorite coin of the 2016 series, is the Fort Moultrie coin. Now Fort Moultrie is in the harbor of the Charleston Harbor off the coast of South Carolina on Sullivan's Island. And it's been a fort since the late 18th century. In 1776, the fort came under attack. The fort had not even been fixed or not even been completed at the time when the British naval forces attacked it. And the reason it's called Fort Moultrie is Colonel William Moultrie defended the fort, or the incomplete fort, from the British naval forces. And one of the heroes, and this is not a picture of William Moultrie here. We'll get into in a minute who that gentleman is. But one of the reasons that Colonel Moultrie was able to repel the British attack was due to the local palmetto wood. So when the British naval forces fired their cannons, instead of shattering the wood on the partially completed fort, the soft palmetto logs acted as a cushion, and when they were hit, pushed the cannonballs back out into the sea. And this helped William Moultrie repel the British attack. Now, who is this guy here? This guy is Sergeant William Jasper. And one of those British cannonballs had come over the fort and smashed the flag from its mast. As you can see, he's holding a broken flag. It had been planted in the ground, and one of those British cannonballs had kind of blown away its mast. So here you see Sergeant William Jasper carrying the South Carolina flag in tatters to a new point where he can plant it and claim that they defended the fort, which they did. So that's my favorite coin of the year. If you're interested in buying that one, you can click on, I'll put a link below this YouTube. You can click directly and buy it. And you can also go to this blog post for which I'll put a link, and you can check out the coins. You can see them better on the blog post. And you can buy that one directly from JM Bullion. Now, nearby in Charleston Harbor, near Fort Moultrie, is also Fort Sumner, which was also named after a U.S. Revolutionary War hero. His name was General Thomas Sumner, and Fort Sumner is the place where the Civil War began on April 12, 1861. The Confederate forces fired on the Union forces that were occupying the fort at the time. They cut off the supplies, and the Union forces had to leave. And as I understand, when the war started, the Confederate, when they attacked the fort, people were on the coast in South Carolina with picnic baskets watching the bombardment of the fort. It seemed to be an inauspicious start to the war. People thinking that it would be one of these kind of kick the Union out of Fort Sumner and they'll never be heard from again. Didn't turn out that way. The war went on for another 4 years. However, the South did hold on to Fort Sumner and Fort Moultrie until the final months of the war in 1865. And I think when General Sherman began his march through there, the Confederates finally gave up those two forts. Those forts were both heavily damaged. They've been rebuilt since. They now form part of Fort Sumner National Monument. You can see the top-selling coins of all time in the America the Beautiful series. Two of them are from this year, the Cumberland National Gap and the Shawnee National Forest. The other three were from 2011, Olympic National Park, Gettysburg National Park, and the Glacier National Park. Again, even when they sell 126,700, it's not a lot of coins and not a lot of ounces of silver. For those of you interested in seeing all of the coins and all of the mintages of each, I've put together a chart here. You can see using the key, you can see all the different coins that were made and how many were minted. The ones in green are the ones, you can actually click on those links and buy the coins too, but they're the ones from 2016. You can see where they rank compared to the other coins that were minted. If you want to see all the available America the Beautiful coins that are still available for purchase, and you can see some of the premiums that have accrued on some of the earlier ones with the lower mintages, you click on that link. It'll take you to bgasc.com, and you can check out which ones are still available for purchase and also buy the ones that are this year and still available. Here you can see, now here's an interesting point. Over the last 6 years, the U.S. Mint has only sold 1,540,700 of these coins altogether, all different of the entire different series from each year, and that totals 7.703 million ounces of silver. Again, not a lot, but you can see this year is a better year than all the other years other than 2011, and unless the Fort Moultrie coin sells another 800,000, this year will not be a record year, but it'll be bigger than every year other than 2011. Also, you could check out some more coins here. America the Beautiful coins. There's that Hawaiian volcano. I think that one has, from 2012, has one of the lowest mintages and the highest premiums. That one could go for $300, I believe. But you could check that one out. Thank you very much for listening. Please remember to subscribe to Smaulgld.com. You do that by going to the top of the page on Smaulgld, filling in your email address, and you'll be sent updates as we post important blog posts. Also, please follow us on Twitter at Smaulgld, and please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you.